What's going on YouTube? OCD for EDC here, and what I got for your face balls today is a little unboxing video. So this is a package I've been waiting on for multiple days. It took a little while to show up, and let's get into it. Today's unboxing knife is the Tucson TS243. It's just what I had in my pocket, and let's see here. I'm not sure exactly how this thing's gonna open. Let's we'll just start hacking away at shit and find out, huh? There we go. All right, there we go. Little package from MBK, known as Monterey Bay Knives. So this is going to be just kind of an unboxing and first impressions of this model right here. So we got a little Monterey Bay Knives cleaning cloth, and that's it. And the knife. So this here is a design from Peter Carey. This is the VLD, or very low drag. And this one happens to be in natural micarta. Pretty cool looking micarta. It's finished well. It's got a really nice feel to it, which is excellent. You can see here we got a milled titanium pocket clip with the holes repeated from the scales onto the clip. Looks like a T8 on the pivot on both sides. And then looks like T6 on the body screws. Nice. Let me get a little cloth here and wipe this off. Got some oil and stuff on there. Really cool looking knife. And yeah, action is really, really nice. Definitely riding on bearings. Nice. So if I remember correctly, this is M390 with titanium liners. Yeah, overall build quality looks really, really good. Really comfortable in hand. It does have a choil there, but it's not a man-sized choil. That's for little fingers, so my finger definitely is not going to fit in that choil. We may have to improve that situation. But not bad in the hand. Yeah, definitely action looks good. Overall, I really like the design. I think it's a really cool looking knife. I like the blade shape. The little swedge out here on the end of the blade looks good. You know, it's real kind of goes in line with Mr. Carey's other designs. You can see it's perfectly centered. This is well, I've handled a couple of MBK knives, but this is the first one that I personally have owned in my possession. And yeah, feels really nice. So yeah, looking forward to it. I'm going to pause this real quick. And I forgot to grab my sharpness tester, but let's do that. I'll be right back. All right, we're back in now. Sorry about that. I should have been more prepared. I was too excited to get the package open, you know what I mean? So let's see what we got here for factory sharpness from MBK. .240. Not the best. I'll give it one more chance in another spot. Generally, if they're over 200 like that, there's generally a little bit of burr left on there. But let's zero the scale out and try her again. We'll go in a different spot. .200. So, yeah, not the best factory sharpness that we've seen, but you know, not terrible. I have no doubts that it'll be easy to sharpen. And yeah, feels fairly thin behind the edge. So overall, pretty cool looking knife. Let's take a little look-see here. See what we're working with. Oh, no, that's T10, it seems like. Let's see. Yeah, T10, actually, yeah. T10's still a bit loose in there, but it's definitely meant to be a T10, that's for sure. Oh, wonderful. And it's free spinning. So that's awesome. Get my other driver here. Man, I should have been more prepared, huh? Let's see here. All right, T10. All right, there we go. So, not pumped on the free spinning pivot. That's kind of a bummer. But the hardware does appear to be titanium, which is pretty great. Yes, it is. So that's cool. And then we've got T6 screws on the scales here. And that's certainly titanium hardware as well. Okay. So we've got two body screws that are coming in from the opposite direction. This is kind of interesting. It looks like, yeah, the liner's drilled out here for the pocket clip, but the scale is not. But that's kind of cool because I'm left-handed, so I might remedy that problem. We'll see. But we're going to have to pull this other side off to get the knife apart. There we go. Okay. The pivot's still in, so I'm just going to rotate it out of the way. You can see here that the back spacer is also micarta. Kind of a cool look. And because this is natural micarta, it's going to take dye really well. So you could actually dye this any color that you wanted. Got a little bit of titanium left in that hole right there from the milling process that didn't get cleaned out. Right there. We'll just set that right there for now. The edges and stuff on the titanium liners, they definitely didn't tumble these or anything. You can still feel kind of the rough edges from the machining process, but not a huge deal. Do have ceramic bearings. And then the pivot, yeah, it looks to be a 3-piece. Yeah, it's hard to tell. So I don't know if the pivot is all one piece, if that's all machined in one part or not, but or, if it's two screws coming in from either side. But either way, I think I'm going to flip it around so you don't have to remove that other side. But pretty simple construction, not a whole lot going on here. I'm going to pull the rest of this apart just to wipe it down. There's some dirt and stuff in here. Get the screws out. Perfect. So, let's get this cleaned up a bit. You could definitely do quite a bit cleaning up the edges on the liners. They just took them to a belt sander, and, it's okay. Nothing to write home about there, but, yeah, just okay. Alright, well, so, I'll tell you, this is the way I'm going to put this back together. I'm going to go ahead and put this side scale back on. the show side. Get one of the scale screws here. And then I'm going to build it back the way that I like to do it, which is show side down, so you don't have to fight the clip. And because my screws go in from the other direction, that'll work out just fine. So grab the stop pin, put it in, put the pivot in, and then let me grab some lube here. All right. Get that bearing off there. I'm just cleaning the blade up. Clean everything up here, and overall, I mean, the knife is a pretty cool looking knife, and definitely a cool design. I really like the aesthetic of it, and you know, I have no doubts that the knife is made well, but the finish on it, certainly not a high level of finish going on here, which, you know, it's not a super expensive knife, so I'm not going to dock it too much for that, because you could definitely, you know, a little time with a little bit of sandpaper or emery cloth, Scotch-Brite, you could certainly clean that up and knock down any of those rough edges. Not that you should really have to do that with a $200 knife. By the way, that's what this cost, is $200. And they have it in two variations. You can get it with the micarta or with carbon fiber scales. And I'm sure the carbon fiber one also has carbon fiber backspacer. Just lining up the backspacer there. Where's my driver? Okay. So overall, you know, it's like I said, the fit and finish on it, there's a little bit to be desired there. I got that screw just a little bit too tight on the top one. Sorry if I was a little out of frame there. Wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing. All right. Make sure these guys are tight. Okay. And then the lock side scale here, I'm just going to throw the little screw in first. Just to hold everything together. And then we'll throw the pivot in. That was our number 10. So, all in all, like I said, I mean, I like the knife. It's interesting. Definitely cool looking, and definitely premium materials. Got some Loctite on here. The free spinning pivot is a pain in the ass. That's for sure. And I feel like we should definitely be past that at this point. All the manufacturers, that should not be an issue. To have, you know, D-shaped pivots shouldn't be a big deal these days. However, you know, the detent on this thing is really good. So, action, probably got it just a little bit tight, but let me back that off just a tiny bit. Oh yeah, nice. So we're perfectly centered, no blade play at all. It's probably still a little bit tight. got now? Oh yeah. Action is wonderful. No blade play at all. Yeah, this thing, it's going to be cool. I may end up flipping that pocket clip around. We'll see. But for right now, I don't know how the pocket clip's going to work out. But pretty standard hole pattern here, I think. So there might be an opportunity to do something different for a clip. We'll just see. But all the way around, I really like the look of the knife. Pocket clip looks a little bit aggressive on the back side, so this thing might be a little bit of a pain in the ass getting out of the pocket, but it looks like it's going to go in the pocket well. So let's try that real quick. Ooh. It's pretty tight. I don't know if you guys heard that. Wow. Yeah, the pocket clip's pretty tight. So that's going to need some addressing for sure. It was tight going in and coming out. So yeah, the ramp on that, it looks pretty good on going in, but yeah, it's pretty tight. There's a lot of tension on that thing. So yeah, I may have to do a little fine tuning on it, but you can see there, perfectly centered. You can see I cut the hell out of my finger the other day. But yeah, action on it's really good. Detent is really strong, so I doubt very much that you could fail this. Yeah, no way. This thing, yeah, I'm trying to fail it, and it's not gonna happen. Yeah. So the detent is well tuned, that's for sure. Definitely a little bit on the stiffer side, but anyway, so this is the Monterey Bay Peter Carey designed VLD, or very low drag. So there you go. Pretty cool knife. I really like the look. And yeah, so check them out, guys. You can go check them out on Monterey Bay Knives. And yeah, if you dig it, I think, like I said, I mean, it's right off the bat, first impressions. It's not perfect. It's got some issues. But it's pretty cool. No doubt about it. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that. We'll catch you next time.